Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first impression on a foundation. I went to Sephora yesterday and picked up a new foundation and a new primer, and I'm excited to try it. So I decided to pick up the Cover FX Total Cover Cream Foundation because I really like wearing cream foundations on an everyday basis just to work, just to quickly cover up all of my acne scarring and any other imperfections that I have. And then just going really natural on the rest of the face, hardly even wearing any concealer, not even setting it with any powder, just letting it be really dewy because it does mimic my natural skin. I usually use the Graftobian foundation palette that looks like this, but as you can see, I am completely out of almost every shade that matches me. So I can't use this anymore, so I wanted to find a new cream foundation that I could use for everyday use. So I decided to pick up the Cover FX foundation because I've heard good things about it. So that is what I'm going to be trying for you guys today. And I got mine in the shade G40, and it looks like this. So at Sephora, this foundation is $42, which is a little pricier than I was expecting, but I had a gift card, so I just went ahead and got it. And then I also picked up the Hangover RX Primer by Too Faced. I've been hearing so many good things about this, so I wanted to try it out since I have my gift card. So I'm just going to prime my face first. Smells nice. Kind of fresh. So as you guys can see, my acne has come back since the last videos I have filmed. I did start Accutane. I just finished month 1 of Accutane and I haven't seen much of a difference. I'm about to start month 2 and we will be upping the dosage to 2 pills a day. So hopefully that'll make it kick in so my skin can clear up. So some claims about this foundation: it is paraben fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc free. I'm happy about the talc part because I do think that it breaks me out. So this claims to be a full coverage foundation and concealer in one. It gives an all-day radiant finish that revitalizes appearance of the skin and protects with age-defying benefits. So like I said, mine is in the shade G40. It does look a little bit yellow, but I did self-tan last night, so I'm hoping that this will match me. So I'm not really sure how I should apply this. I know that I do want to blend it out with my Real Technique sponge. I'm not sure if I should put it on with a brush first and then blend it out, or just dip my sponge right into it and blend it out. It does come with a puff little thing, it looks like, but I never really like these, so I'm not going to use that. So I guess I'll try both. I'll do one side applying with the brush and then blending it out, and then the other side just dipping it straight into the pan. So most of my problem area is on this side, so let's start with that. I usually use this brush to apply my Graftobian cream foundation, and then I'll either just blend it out completely with this brush or blend it out with a sponge. This is the Morphe E20 and I really like this for cream products, so I guess I'll put this on first on this side of my face. So right off the bat, I'm noticing that it's not as creamy as the Graftobian foundation that I love. That one just glides on so smoothly, and this one is a little thicker to blend out. And I'm also noticing that this looks a lot lighter on the skin than it does in the pan. It looks a lot darker in the pan. And I think this is going to be too light for me. Let's see if this helps. I'm just going to press it into the skin using this. It is taking away a little bit of the coverage on my acne scarring with the sponge. but it covered pretty well. Also have some breakouts up here. You know what would probably be great with this product? Have you seen all those girls on Instagram who use that Farsali oil and they squeeze it either right onto their sponge or they squeeze it onto their product, and it's like a oil that helps you blend out cream products a lot easier? That would probably be really helpful for this foundation because it is pretty thick. I honestly think I like it better using a brush because a sponge is taking away the coverage that it has. So this is one application on half of my face. As you can see, it made a pretty big difference and it is pretty full coverage. I honestly don't think that it's going to work very well dipping the sponge directly into the product, but I am going to try it. Maybe I'll just try on my jawline or something to see how it works. Yeah, I'm not getting much product at all on the sponge, so that is not going to work. So let me move back to my brush. And I don't think I'm going to continue to blend it out with the sponge unless needed because it takes away. Maybe I'll apply this all over my face and then just press it into my skin using the sponge. Oh, Mama's getting a little sweaty from all this blending. I'm not naked, I have a shirt on. So that is the finished application on my full face. It does have really good coverage, but I do find that it's sitting in my lines already on my smile lines, which isn't a huge deal. And it isn't staying on my nose very well. I'm realizing that I have to keep blending it out because it keeps like coming off already, which I don't know why. Maybe setting it with a powder will help. So far, I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup and see how it looks then. So I now have on my full face of makeup. If you're wondering, on my lips, I have ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in Calypso. Not sure how I feel about this color. Maybe it's because I look a little pale right now, but I don't know. It's my first time wearing this, but that's what I have on my lips. On my highlight, I have Laura Geller's Gilded Honey highlighter that looks like this, and then over top of it I have the Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder in Cocoa Bling, which I love. So after having on my full face of makeup, I still am not sure how I feel about this. When I was putting on my bronzer, it wasn't blending out the best. Not that it looks patchy or anything, I just don't love the way it looks. I think that you can still see a little bit of a hint of my acne scars, and it also kind of accentuates the peach fuzz that I have along my jawline. I don't know if I'm being too critical, but this is just what I'm noticing right now. But it does also look a little bit heavy in this area. It makes my pores look a little larger than what they actually are. But other than that, it does look like my skin, other than in these areas right here. It looks pretty natural and skin-like, so I do like that. It has pretty good coverage, which I do like, but I think I'm just gonna have to wear it throughout the day and see what I think of it. I think I am gonna keep it regardless, just to have to throw on days when I'm feeling lazy, but I am curious to see how it wears throughout the day. So I just have a pretty natural face on just because I wanted to focus on the foundation, and I am just going to work. I'm going to try not to touch my face between now and my next check-in, because I have a bad habit of like resting on my hand like this, so then this part of my makeup rubs off like every single day. So I'm going to try not to do that today, just so I can have like a full review of what I think of this foundation. So yeah, it is about 9:15 a.m. late for work. but I will be home at lunchtime to give you guys a check-in. So I'm home for lunch now, and I'm going to do my first check-in. It is 12:49 p.m. so this foundation has been on for about 3.5 hours. So far I think it looks fine. I do think it oxidized a little bit on my face because it is looking a little bit darker than it was when I first applied it. It's still sitting pretty heavy into my lines right here around my mouth. But other than that, I mean, I'm not loving it so far still. I do feel like it's actually a little drying on my skin. That could be just because I set it with the powder. Maybe I'll have to try it tomorrow without setting it with the powder and see how that works for me. But I usually don't like using bronzer and stuff like that when I haven't set a product with the powder, because I just find that it doesn't go on as smoothly. But I can try that and see if it works out any better for me. I just think I mean, I'm not impressed. I'm not wowed with it. And since it is a little bit drying for me, that does worry me a little bit, just because I am going into my 2nd month on Accutane, and I know my skin is going to completely dry out and I'll hardly have any oil production whatsoever. So this might not be the best foundation for me. So I'm going to continue to wear it for the rest of the day and see if my thoughts change at all. But so far I'm just like, it's okay. I'm not obsessed with it. I am back with one final update. It is 6:44 p.m. and this foundation has been on for 9 hours now, a little over 9 hours. And I still am not in love with it. I have some pretty deep set smile lines right here where the product is kind of gathering and clinging to these lines, which I'm not really a fan of because it doesn't always do that with foundations for me. It's only certain ones that it gets this bad, which I think is pretty bad. I just don't really like that look when you can visibly see these creases. Other than that, it's kind of separating along my forehead, and it's kind of balling up. It rubbed off a little bit on my nose and also on my chin, but other than that, it looks pretty good. It held up pretty well. I do feel like this is a little bit too dry for my skin tone. If you have oily skin, maybe this would be awesome for you. But honestly, I think I am going to return this because I'm not going to keep a $42 foundation if I don't absolutely love it. I would just rather try a new one, like the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation, which I heard is amazing, and see if I can get my money's worth out of that. But yeah. This is kind of a downer because I had really high hopes for this foundation because it had such good reviews on Sephora's website. But yeah, this is just my experience. I'm not bashing the product or the brand in any way. It just doesn't work for my skin tone, which I'm really sad about. But other than that, that is going to conclude this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!